Hello friends, we're back at it again. I just really wanted to film this real quick before I have to skedaddle. Actually, I wanted to record this because I picked up this book again. I read it when I was like 12 and I remember like being super happy when I read it, and it was like the first book I picked up and like read non-stop. Fast forward to when I used to work at a public library, and I actually was reshelving this book. It just had a different cover because I guess the author got a different cover. The same title as the book that I used to read when I was little, and I was putting it back in the shelves, and then I looked at it again and I saw the author's name, and then right next to it there was 2 more other books. And I was like, wait, what? Because I thought it ended with this. So this is the book. It's called The Princess Academy by Shannon Hale. And obviously at that time, she had only written this book. And I was just like, that was such a good book, you know? Like the ending is pretty decent. I'm not gonna spoil it. Keep in mind I was like 12, so it's like for a child, like a young adult. But like I said, while I was shelving, she had 2 more other books. Now I only bought the second book, and yes, I am reading it again. And let me tell you, when it brought back wholesome memories, like I had to reread this book again, clearly, to remember every detail. But then the author kind of just picks up where she left off, and I'm so giddy. I'm so happy that the story continues. Like, honestly, I was content with her stopping it there, but the fact that there's more, and the fact that there's 1 more book after this, I just wanted to get that out of the way. That's just a personal fave. Obviously, you're probably not gonna read it, but it is a wholesome story, and I like how the author articulates things, especially when it's like in the main character's mind, and the way she just develops a language for them too. So no spoilers, go and read it. It's about mountain girls who have to go to a princess academy to pretty much get trained to be a princess, and then at the end of it there's a prince who has to pick one of the mountain girls to become his princess. And that's where I'm gonna leave that off. If you're interested, be sure to check it out. I mean, it's an old story, but it's a good one and it's wholesome, so from my heart. Okay, so another book. I am a marketing girly, obviously, and I've been really trying to find other books that will help me in terms of marketing strategies, because I'm trying to develop my own business, but that does not necessarily mean that I know everything that there is to be about like marketing. So of course I have a marketing book, and of course I've like tabbed a lot of stuff. This is Building a StoryBrand by Donald Miller, and obviously it's a goodie. I think it's almost an oldie at this point, but yes, 100%. Yes, I even have a notebook dedicated to what he is talking about, and it completely makes sense because honestly, when I'm looking for stuff, like just for my own personal like collection, like if I'm looking for a new pair of shoes or clothing, like he's right. Like I look for stuff that will help me quote unquote survive. And it's really hard to explain. He helps you understand how the mind works a little bit and makes it so that you are able to see a plan step by step. Highly recommend. If you don't know about it, I highly recommend it. I've learned a lot so far. I don't know if you noticed the tabs, but yes. To any marketing girly out there, I personally approve that book. So another one of mine that, like I said, I pick up anything, is why has nobody told me this before? And not gonna lie, at first I was kind of skeptical because I was just like, this is a TikTok book. Like TikTok recommended it to me and I'm just like, I don't know. Like when it comes to TikTok, I kind of just take it with a grain of salt because I know there's a lot of stuff that's overhyped there, but it's good. Like, okay, it's not gonna solve whatever it is that you suffer from. For example, me, I have anxiety. I really don't know where it stems from. I just know that I've had it since I was a child. But it's a doctor, first of all. It's from Dr. Julie Smith. And she basically gives you some tips and tricks and techniques that she has given her patients before. And she gives you like real life examples from her own life, really. Obviously, you've only read the anxiety ones. But there's also really cool tips for people who suffer with things like depression or grief or like fear, self-doubt. And she breaks it down for you. And I really think that's cool. It's basically like she's giving you a set of tools. Personally, she talked about a breathing technique that I actually did try to use when I was super anxious. Kind of helped, kind of didn't, just because I don't really associate breathing with relaxation. I kind of start to hyperventilate a little, but I could see that like my mindset did shift when I tried to basically focus on the breathing than the actual breathing itself. Just kind of helped a little bit with the anxiety, but really cool read. Recommend, especially if you want to learn about something. Do not recommend if you're trying to replace it with therapy. If you want a therapist, get a therapist, but really cool. Highly recommend. I'll bring one more out. I'm currently trying to get through this. So it's The Psychology of Money. Again, overhyped, I feel like, by Morgan Housel. I don't know. Like I said, I really like finance books, and this, I guess, kind of goes over why people do things the way they do. I am gonna be honest with you. Yeah, it's kind of repetitive. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of hard to get through, to be honest, because it's a lot of statistics and saying like, if you were born in the 80s, then you're gonna do this. And if you were born in the 90s, then obviously you're gonna do this because the economy was this way versus when it was this way. And I'm just like, I kind of knew that already. It's like everybody, no, right? But it is interesting because it's factual. So there's that. And I think I'm gonna leave it off here, but yeah, I don't know. I just really wanted to hop on and show you guys some books real quick. I think I'm gonna try to make this like a segment or something, like the first like 5 or 4 books that I've been reading this month. I love books, I really do. I just, sometimes like I wanna get a Kindle because I'm just like, I'm losing shelf space. I have a shelf here, I have a shelf over there, and physical books can only, you know, occupy so much space until it gets overwhelming. So we'll see. But yeah, that was pretty much it. Hopefully you had a fun time with me. I had a fun time. Oh, actually, one more thing. Like, I bit myself accidentally, like right here. And it's like so swollen, but it looks like I got like lip injections. So I put like lip gloss on it so my coworkers wouldn't notice. I don't think they noticed. Actually, I did get complimented once, like, oh, I like your lip color. I'm like, oh, thank you. Don't look at the fact that, you know, I bit myself. Anyways, that's it.